Welcome everyone to the Sunday Market Review. I'm sorry that I've been absent for quite a while, but we have some things going on under the hood. We have a lot of content coming and some upgrades to the channel. Also, some cool features coming out. So I haven't forgotten about my obligation of streaming and hanging out with you guys. But this session is just going to be more of a chiller. We can maybe go over some Meteor explanations depending on who is in the chat, but for now, I'm actually in the Discord call with with Will and I, the famous DFM DeFi Money Sniper. So we're just hanging out, nothing too serious. Gonna just send this ticker, so I think Will might be currently making a pool on this, but um, I'm trying to catch up from where I left. El Toad is obviously one of the main runners that I missed. The volume on this is actually cracked, and it's very unfortunate that I was not around. Also saw people playing some Remus. It looks like this one kind of got shat on as time went on. We had a slop ticker pull it up. This one is also not very good in my opinion. I guess it's a Drake meme, but like I said, we're just looking through. Another probably animal slop ticker. Maybe it's better. And then the one thing that I wanted to go over, this was kind of popping when I left on Thursday. Stonk Fun is super, super strong right now. And some alpha here, if you promise to not share it with people, is that LPing these pools can be extremely, extremely high risk reward when you pool it using Meteora. The fees are quite exceptional. On these tokens, and the reason is because when these are launched, they're launched on like a 4% Radium CLMM. So if you make any Meteor pool that technically undercuts these, the pool will get a lot of order flow, which result in more fees for you. So there's kind of like, I'm not going to say just LPing any of these, there's an edge because I've LP'd some that don't really move very, very quickly and not very well, the fee generation. But if you find one like Butthole, Butthole, and Doug was sent earlier, I think Will sent a P&L card on that one. UBI, oh yeah, UBI, Gunna sent that one. I thought this said 830k. Stonks, I probably should have played Stonks, but anyways, like I said, I was away. Butthole and then Manlet. Manlet did very well, and a friend of mine did very, very well on Manlet. Oh, it's right here, Dur. So yeah, I think it's a cool idea. Don't know how long this whole meta is gonna last, but like, I think that it's a new sort of not a meta, but a new theme that we have. Like finally something new other than the fifth animal slop. Like, I like the idea of launching tokens paired with a stock or paired with Ansem. I know that's like dumb because it really doesn't matter. It doesn't have really that much impact on the price, but it's just the idea that counts. I'm glad to see something new. So, anyways, hey, I'm ER. What's up, Trending Treasure? Thank you for tuning in, ER, and thank you for joining. Apologies about the. I think we had some misunderstandings in the chat, but we're happy to have you, and I'm glad you're putting in the time to learn. The UBI you're looking at isn't Stonk. This one? This one isn't the Stonk Fun launch? Hey, been a while since I tried this. Anything new with this? I'm trying to catch you up. I have been away for the past few days, so let me make sure we're live on X. Fuck, I meant to respond to people on X before going live. I've been super AFK. Yikes. Sorry if you are watching this and I haven't responded to your comment. I know I saw Armstrong, I saw HMC tagged me and stuff, so no hard feelings. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna unmute. We've kind of gone over what's going on right now. Also, it's worth mentioning, I had a good amount of soul in both of these pools, and yeah, I didn't get too much action on this. And Butthole, I like sold fees and reposition. As you can see, I've claimed like $419 on this pool, It just hasn't been in range, and I didn't readjust it over the weekend, unfortunately. But these are like I'll probably end up trying to play these longer terms. So we'll see. We'll see what we get into. Hey, that's what I was telling him. Don't worry, trending. He's good. That one is. The one on Dex wasn't. Oh shit. Okay. This one wasn't. This is. This is the same one, right? Was I looking at something else? Did you cook on Toadin?
Yeah, look like 6 or 7 soul.
Nice. 6-7. Is this really that good? Are you still pulling it?
What?
It just got like a ton of volume.
What?
Toad.
Toad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you play Remus? Why did this one get fucking destroyed?
Um, it's supposed to be like the Pump Fun mascot,
The FOMO.
the FOMO mascot.
Got destroyed. Got really, really destroyed.
Yeah, I think the chat got smoked on it this morning.
The crime chat.
Yeah. It launched right after it like rugged right after I got up.
Really? What the fuck did it even do? I want to see how much it's down from the absolute peak. Oh yeah, it rugged more than 90. Alright, are we just max porting Toad? Not max port, but... Are you still in Butthole or, Stonk?
I pulled out. Yeah, I'm still in Stonk. I'm up fat on Stonk.
Really?
I'm up like almost 18 soul.
Fuck me. I should have followed it up. I set like a shitty range. Or I didn't set a shitty range, I just set a range and it just kept pumping out. I
pulled out of Butthole yesterday, and then I just jumped back in when it had the big recovery like an hour or two ago, and printed another soul.
Butthole did me pretty right. Damn, I sold my fees way too early though. What's up, guys? YF, I need to. I will soon, YF. It's just because I'm holding like big bags and it just fluctuates so much. And like technically I'm over the 250 mark with everything, but I wanted to like just keep it without the OG Doge airdrop that was coming in. So that's why, but at this point I'm just like fuck it. I should just give the total amount. I'm just we'll get into a lot of educational stuff this week. Like I said, I'm just trying to catch up and see what's going on. So forgive me if you are if anyone does anyone in the chat not know how Meteor works? Dolan is pumping this week. I wonder if Will made a pool on this. By the way, Gunna, feel free to hop in VC if you want. If you want, if you want. Splash dog going, nope.
I think I'm gonna cut Ansem.
I got out a little bit ago. I feel like it's just, I feel like the feed generation isn't really worth it.
Yeah, just I could be putting that to better use elsewhere.
Yeah. I cut when I arrived to the lake house on Thursday, I cut the I was actually up on the new pool I made, but it like was trending back down and I just got out. I bet it's like not bad to be in still.
Yeah, I'm fucking struggling to get in profit on it. Should probably just fucking cut it.
Is it still like decent each day or not really?
I'm printing like 1 or 2 SOL a day, which is pretty weak considering the size.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we have to worry about Toad going to 0. Or if it's like not... What's it at? It's at fucking 11 mil, like... It's kind of a lot.
I probably won't play it after tonight.
It's getting so much volume. Yo, bro, can you send me money? No, I'm gonna give you free. I'm gonna give you free advice and free guidance if you just stick around. Never gonna be able to like make decisions for you,
right now?
but using this platform is super beneficial, as she has done. How much is what?
How much is it getting right now?
I don't know. I just saw the 24-hour volume is like 31 mil. Also, Bottomless says Pump Fun is trash. Solana is the biggest joke. I mean, I feel like probably a lot of people share that same mindset, but Solana itself is the future, inarguably. The chain, no other chain compares to what Solana can do technically. It's the most efficient. People don't like it because it's filled with people who sell their bags super quickly, but it's just innovative. Like you don't, and it's a casino. Like so, you can come and play and lose and not. It's but there are tools. That's why I try to document this journey. I try to show you guys how I've been able to grow this small account, because a lot of people probably come in to meme coins and think that the massive P&Ls that you see on social media are easily attainable, and I'm not saying that they're not attainable. I'm just saying that you definitely need to be more plugged in. You need to have guidance before you just start throwing money around. Is there a reason why you did it minus 78% to 30? Good question. Trending. So typically when I open pools, and I was showing a friend this recently, when I open pools, I will I'll give it a little bit space on the upside. This is like kind of a little tip for newer Meteora users or experienced ones. But basically, the reason why I make it why I have room on the upside is so that if the token continues to go up, then I have room in the pool to go ahead and withdraw my liquidity. Instead of traditionally, if I made the top of my range right here and it went up and I wanted to continue to play this, I would have to close this pool and make it entirely new pool. Whereas if I set up the bracket a little bit higher and it pumps up, instead of closing, I can just withdraw and then deposit it back up and it'll kind of like chase it up. So that's a little trick if you are starting and you don't like to make entirely new positions all the time. It can maybe eliminate some of that inefficiency. Learn Forex. It's not really my edge.
I've made like 2 soul on your boy's call.
On Twencher?
Yeah.
Or with what was it? EBK? Or what was it? EDP.
EDP 445.
Are you trading it?
I bought it.
you bought the bundle.
Yeah, I bought it when he posted it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it had merit. Is this fucking you with 50 soul in this splash dog pool?
Yeah.
Why? And also ER. So instead of being a 0, oh, what's up, Simon? Bro, Noor telling me. What's up, Eddie? Noor's telling me. I was like, bro, I texted him. I said, did you tell Simon about this? He was like, yeah, he's trying to learn. I was like, all right. What's up, Miami? What was I saying? So instead of being 0% on the upside, is 30% a good standard? Like you say, minus 70-ish% is a good downside. So yeah, the only like if I'm making the pool on this one, like the reason why I don't like theoretically, if you just went super high, this is the most ideal because like you would never have to adjust the pool. But yeah, just like I typically like will make the top of it just like a little bit. And closing the position and creating a new one isn't that much of a pain, but it just makes it a little bit easier. So like obviously if I made it a pool like this and it goes up, then I would have to open up a new one again. So it's really not that much. It's just a little bit like a tip to make this all more efficient, so you don't have to constantly like if it goes up like 3 ticks, I might not even adjust this, but you know, you're able to. That's crazy. I saw Remus going crazy, and then it just like went to fucking 0. Yeah, sorry Versace, my bad. What's up, Eddie? Welcome into the YouTube chat, brother. Thank you for being there. Yeah, nothing too exciting today. I am just reviewing the market with the boy in chat. And also, I just got back from like a really long weekend, and I drove like 5 hours today. So just forgive me if I am being brainy, if you know what I'm saying. Am I pulling this splash dog with you?
I mean, if you want to.
I'm just going really wide. I didn't sell my 3 place when it pumped. But I'm still up.
Jump back in the pool.
I'm still up on it. The creators is onboarded though. And might get barely out of range. I was up a lot at one point. I should have gotten out probably, but kind of want to like size into Butthole. Not gonna lie. I just think I think it's the alpha of the stock funds. I guess unless there's a new one that comes out. Twencher's up fat on it.
Yeah.
Damn, it's getting. There's a vamp.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
It's going to 0.
What is?
EDP.
Why? Because it's getting vamped?
I suppose so. I mean, it's not going to 0. It's going all the way back down to.
Wait, his shit actually bonded. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank God I TP'd.
Wait. This is a new one. And Twencher was trading the new one too. We just got fucking vamped.
Oh wow, it's really going to 0.
Wait, really? Hey, the other one's actually vamping it really, really hard. Looking at chat. Sorry guys. Chat's not really popping. That's fine. It's a low key one. Thank you for the gift, B from BK. I didn't even see that. It never like gives me a sound notification, so apologies. Appreciate that though. Frong. What's your exit strategy when out of range? Out of range to which side? I know, right, Eddie? There's a lot of volume right now. Out of range to the upside or to the downside? If I go to range to the bottom, typically my general instruction is to cut the loss before it gets bad. Damn. That's actually BS. Damn, how did he actually get vamps? That's so fucked. You did call it though. How long should you paper trade when learning meme coins? What's up, MBZ? Nice to see you here, boss. How's it cooking? Not bad, not bad. I was gone for a few days, so I'm just trying to catch up. We're with one of my friends right now, and we're just chilling. It's been very, very high volume. I think we honestly, yo, I think should we pull the new one?
What's the new one?
I'll send it. This is the one that vamped Twenchers. Paper trading is never bad, but like, you're not really gonna. I think paper trading meme coins is a little bit weird. I think trading with really, really small size is actually better than paper trading, because
Oh,
there's
it's got
just
a lot of
there's
volume.
no emotion involved, and you don't really care about, like, if your account goes down, you don't really care. It's easier to cut losses. It's a lot easier to do a lot of stuff when you're paper trading. Whereas obviously trading with a small amount of money is not going to give you the same amount like of emotions, but you still have a goal of growing like an account, so you just care more about it. So I'd recommend, if you can, to start with small amounts, and I'd say the minimum amount when you're trading on Meteora, um, and this is what I teach, you need at least like point 0.4 to be comfortable making positions, because the only barrier to entry on Meteora is that when you are creating a position, I don't know if you guys can see this, but when you're creating a position, it requires you to deposit 0.057 Sol, and you get this back. But I'm saying, like, you're only gonna have a certain amount of positions you can open at a set amount of time when you have a smaller port, just because of the rent. And that's not like a big deal, but like, also, if I wanted to make like an 80% range, oops, if I want to make like an 80% range, this is going to increase to 0.13 Sol. Keep in mind, you get this Solana back, but it's a barrier to entry for smaller accounts. I can open this range, pay 0.13 Sol, and only put in zero point zero 0.01 Sol. So it's possible to trade with really small size on Meteora, but I'm telling you, the one barrier to entry is the amount of rent. That's what a lot of new people are wondering. Nice,
Oh,
Eddie.
Remus is pumping.
Eddie says I'm up 2 to 5 Sol just 2 days. That's huge. Have you just been LPing, Eddie? Soul memes down today? I don't really know. MBZ, I'm trying to catch up. What do you think of FOMO? It's they whoever made FOMO is very, very smart, and they did a very good job of executing. Because if you think about it, like, everyone is trying to make the next trading terminal. The big money is having a platform like Axiom or Pump Fund, or the trading terminals. Having Meteora, a little bit different story on Meteora, because you can do way, way more. But in terms of I think the goal was to have the clout, have the leaderboard. It's like a social trading app, and from they've onboarded all of these major influencers. So, like, I don't use it personally because it's a little bit there's not too much information. Gunna in the chat tracks a lot of wallets on FOMO. But regardless of whether I use it or not, they've done a very good job in terms of uh, making it correctly and making it successful. So kudos to the FOMO team. I think it's good overall for the trenches. It's kind of given poor goat some of his motion. So yeah, good for them. Nice Eddie, nice Eddie. So if I have one Solana port, with how much should I trade with? I started this wallet with 1.5 Solana, actually, back in August 1st of 2024. Never deposited, never withdrew anything from this wallet. This is the main one that I use as an example to show you guys how you can grow smaller accounts. Um, when I was starting, I would probably throw in like zero point 0.5 per position. If it was an A plus, you can full port when you have a small port, if the opportunity is like A plus. And obviously, if you're just starting, it's going to take you a little bit to kind of understand what that feels like. But like on this right now, this is not A plus, just because the volume. This isn't a bad play. We haven't really been able to see yet, but this is like a slower mover. There were times when I was starting that, like, an arguable A plus play, where the fee generation is printing, it's showing you 990% per day, and those opportunities were what I would consider A plus and would size up on. So, um, I don't know if I answered your question there, but did you make any money on which one? What terminal are you using? So I use Meteora to trade. Meteora is how I've grown the small portfolio. So we're getting to the point now where people are in the chat, and we can go over an explanation of how this works if you'd like. So, is it possible to get into your Discord server? Of course, and like call sometimes with you guys when you trade. Just right now, we've had like a lot of requests to get into voice chat, and right now I'm just gonna keep it like on stream, at least limited, just because I just know the people that are in the chat, like, I have helped me out. I've learned stuff from, and I just want to keep it like small for now. But I think I might figure out something where we can at least have people like in there listening if we're on during the day. But I don't know how it's gonna work.
I
Also,
wonder how much Quencher lost.
is he raging?
He was bitching for a minute in the chat.
I'd be pissed if I were him, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna try to work to make it more inclusive. They're just like it'd be kind of clogged in there if it was like that. What's investing? Sorry, I didn't even see what you said. Holy crap, I'm so fucking not locked in. Alright. Damn, that sucks. That really, really sucks. He just stacked his bag. I don't think Gunna sold. Oh yeah, he did. 200k volume on the new EDP at 50k market cap.
$300K.
Is high volume a good thing? Yes. Typically, especially this strategy and the strategy me and my LP friends do, um, we are chasing volume. That's not always going to be like the number one thing we care about because something can have a ton of volume, it can be fake, etc. I'm sure you know that. Um, but yes, high volume is ideal when you're LPing because it means more of your more swaps within your pool will happen. So sometimes, for example, sometimes a token will come down like here and it won't move our pool because there's not enough volume and there's not enough price arbitration for this to get used. So when there's a lot of high volume, it's like our pool is more of a hot commodity. It's going to get more order flow and it's going to do better. So yes, that's not the only thing we care about, obviously, but it's definitely a huge thing. Also, volume in general is always going to be indicative um, of big price movements. Okay, so you might think, okay, well, if it's dumping and there's a lot of high volume, that's a bad thing. Objectively, right? It's just how things work. Big price movements happen off of a lot of volume. And something that you should learn, and this is kind of in any market, but if something like, let's say this continues to go up and it starts to break higher, if you see this volume increasing here and then it breaks out and it starts breaking out on higher and higher volume, that means it's a very, very strong. So I'm not going to say volume kind of confirms moves, but it allows you to see how much attention is on something and how actively it's being traded. So yes, short answer, yes, we do like volume. Where should I put 0.5 soul, says Simon. Simon, I would literally like never ever tell anyone to do anything, but I kind of like I like Butthole, low-key. Butthole, this has been pretty good to me. Only thing I'm scared about is that I just hope it doesn't lose the meta. Like right now the Stonk Fund tickers are like, they're not cooking crazy hard. The top one is Butthole at 2.4 mil. I don't know actually. I like Butthole still because but my friends were laughing at me when I was saying it this weekend. They're like, you're talking so seriously about money and butthole. Anyways, the volume is still really good on this, so that's why I'm kind of inclined to size up a little bit on it. I don't know. I don't think this is amazing. It's just kind of more animal slop, I'd assume. I didn't even really look at the narrative, but also, we'll see how the toad pool works. I'm not sure. I sized up a lot on this too. I think what I'm looking for, so on Meteora, you don't have to like. If I made the pool here, essentially my pool, you can see how I have only $6 swapped so far. So I made this pool at the beginning of stream. So I probably entered like right here. Prices only come down a little bit. So of my 40 soul, only $6 has fucking only $6 has been converted, right? So with Meteora, you don't get instant action as soon as you open the pool. So if it continues to like, if it does something like this and comes back out, I'm gonna make like nothing. But on Meteora, you kind of need it to come down into your range a little bit. So we're kind of like anticipating the drawdowns, and if we get one decent bounce in this range, like if we make our pool here, right? Technically we start getting activity, or we start getting exposure like all the way up here. Like technically I have $6 of exposure. The more it comes down, the more my 40 soul is going to get converted to the token. So if it comes down to here, I'll probably have like, I don't know, 5 soul converted. Down here, probably gonna be like 10 soul. Down here, gonna be like 20 soul, 30 soul maybe. So what we're trying to do is like not buy it here and expect price to go up. We are just looking for it to come decently down into our range, get movement. If it does something like this, right? If it does something like this, fucking A plus idea, and it bounces back up. It's kind of it's hard to get this right all the time, because sometimes you choose tokens that don't pump back. If you stayed in this pool and you didn't sell any of your fees, then this is super super cook. But on Meteora, you're also going to have opportunities to get out for profit on this bounce, on this bounce, on this bounce. So there's a bunch of areas you can exit for profit. The longer you stay in, the more fees you're going to generate, and the more profit you can potentially make. But like I said, you can sometimes, I just look for the one dump and bounce. Like let's say it comes down to here and gets like a decent bounce here. I can usually get out for profit here, even though it's lower than where we made the pool. So there are many kind of outcomes that you can look for, but there's a lot more spots to get out on Meteora for profit. And again, like I'm not gonna hit a 2x on this play, but I might make 10 or 20%. So it's different than traditional like meme coin trading, where you buy and expect like crazy X's. I still love being in tokens where I think they're gonna go high. Obviously, it's way cooler when you just hit like a crazy multiple. But again, what I tell people is the reason to use Meteor, like let's say you were the GOAT and you fucking bought this token all the way here, and you clip out at the top and you make crazy money. But you look at this token, you're like, like yes, it's really high, I want to take some profit up, but I don't think this is gonna go to zero. I think this token is gonna survive. Now you've already secured your profits. Now you can just pool it and have less risk, because if you're trying to trade this, you have to snipe this bottom perfectly, sell this top. Like it's really hard, whereas Meteor allows you to be less perfect. You can just choose a range where you think the token is going to sit below. If it doesn't dump all the way through, then you're chilling. Also worth noting is that you can lose money on Meteor, because if you create a pool like this, right, and price, yes, you're going to earn fees when it comes down. But if it comes straight down, you're going to take a fat loss, because your pool is depreciating. You're going to get fees, but it's not going to offset the loss. So your hope is that you get enough movement to offset the pool depreciation. And typically, when something falls out of my range, I like to just cut this and get out. Or if I'm super confident in the token, I'll sell half of the tokens that I've made and make a new pool, rebalancing. But those are kind of the scenarios, right? You have the dump and bounce where you can get out for profit. You have the long-term conviction where you pull it forever, and then it rips and you make a crazy amount of money. Again, it's kind of how you want to trade it. UDev, not really, occasionally, but it's not my main strategy for show. Is there a fee when buying and selling on Axiom, or only when withdrawing? So Yes, there is a fee. But there's different kinds of fees. There on Axiom, there's going to be platform fees, right, for them executing your trade. There's going to be also a bribe for filling your order priority wise. Now, there's also fees in terms of, I guess you can call it slippage, but like, let's say this price nukes right now. When this price nukes, we are the ones providing liquidity. So what providing liquidity means is essentially we're putting up our money to be traded by other people, is really what providing liquidity means. I'm trying to replicate this curve. I'm trying to replicate this pool, what you see on the chart. So essentially, let's pretend that this long line is, we have 40 SOL in here. Let's pretend this long line is 40 SOL. Now, obviously, half of that line is going to be 20. And then a little bit of this is probably like 0.5, or this might be like 1 Solana. So think about this long bar as being 40 SOL. And what Meteor does is it splits up our money between a bunch of different price points in a specified range. Now, we earn fees. We are putting up our money to buy this token if it comes down. So if price starts coming down, our orders will start getting converted. Our Solana will start getting converted to the token. But that happens because other traders are selling into us, right? When you click sell on Axiom, you move the price down. When you click buy on Axiom, you move the price up. Those are market orders. Now, providing liquidity is different because we don't necessarily make the price go up by providing liquidity. But if I had, let's just say $3 million right here at this level, we create a floor. No sell orders would be able to come through that is going to break through this level. So providing liquidity provides support, right? If price is coming down, if we have a ton of money in buy side liquidity, it's not gonna be able to break it. It's not gonna necessarily make the token go up, but it's not gonna be able to, it's not gonna be able to break through. When you buy the token with a market order, or you sell with a market order, you drive the price down or up, right? Because you're taking someone else's liquidity, and by doing that, you are putting in your Solana, getting the token instantly, and you make the price go up. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's why that's how market orders, limit orders work on every asset on Earth. I don't really know what the end goal of that was. I guess for you guys to understand liquidity. But that's how it works. And that's why we are able to charge fees on the incoming order, because at some point, right? Let's say that defaultly, most order flow gets routed through a pump AMM, okay? Now, so most orders are going to initially hit that pool. We think about Meteor as a secondary pool. This liquidity here is not going to be always the most optimal because we are going to charge a higher fee. On Butthole, for example, we're charging a 1% fee. Default AMMs are probably like, I don't know, 0.4 or something. So typically it's not going to be ideal. It's not going to be the cheapest option for aggregators like Jupiter to route through our liquidity because we're charging a higher fee. But our pool becomes more cost efficient when the pump AMM price has deviated enough, right? Let's say pump fund is down here and our range still hasn't gotten hit. Eventually it's going to be cheaper to route through our liquidity on Meteor, even though we're charging a higher fee. So we're almost like another marketplace, right? Where like if you think about like supplies, like think about Walmart getting exhausted from like hurricane disaster supplies, right? And then there's like a secondary dealer that's charging a premium, but it's the only place you can get it at this level. So hopefully that kind of that lets you visualize how liquidity works. What's up, Div? Does that make sense? Hey, we're getting a lot of follows, so if you guys have more questions, drop them in the chat. If you want any part of that explained better. Check out 222, please. Nick says, if there's DLMM, Jupiter aggregators will specifically hit DLMM. It just depends, Nick. It just depends what route is the cheapest. Trader, more. What's up, Merchant? Missed you too. Yeah, I'm my tank is on E right now, but I'm just trying to catch up and get ready for the week. E-Trade you profitable. I am indeed profitable. So obviously I've been doing this for quite a long time, but what I try to show off and what you see on screen is the one soul challenge. So I started this wallet with 1.5 soul on August 1st of 2024. So it's actually been like a long time. But this is the overall P&L curve. It says I'm up 45k. This is not always entirely accurate. But this is the P&L curve roughly. Like I said, it's not completely accurate. This might be accounting with the Meteor airdrop too. I'm not actually it's not. But yeah, I've always tracked it in Sol, so it gets wonky when it goes back to USD because it's like, all right, well, Solana's down fucking like 60-70% from all-time highs. But you like this one, Div? Bro, Nav is actually super cool. I was watching a vlog with him. There's a lot of stuff, Div, that I'm trying to put together and think about. Um, I know you sending me tons of stuff I saw over the weekend. I'll read it more later. We can hang to this week too, Div, if you wanna link up. DMV2 standard pools never break range. Yeah, but dams are good for some things, but the dams just work like other automated market makers. Like if a token it does something like this, right, and goes up crazy and does like 10x, dam is gonna be better because it has infinity. It's never gonna go out of range. But the reason why DLMMs are so powerful, I'm sure you know this, Nick. But the reason why DLMMs are so powerful is because you can concentrate more liquidity. A dam is technically going to bid this exponentially to zero, as well as exponentially high. So they're good for very vast, and like you don't have to rebalance them; they just chill. So, um, just in terms of, I'm trying to be more precise when I'm LPing. I'm gonna be using DLMMs usually. Why do you invest on? It's just part of the branding, brother. It's so that people like you ask the question and stick around and hopefully learn something. Is 30k monthly? Hell no, anonymous. Maybe if the market heats up, we'll make 30k monthly LPing. I know like traders do. I know like you can make 30k a month easily trading, but not easily. But I know a lot of people who make 30k per month or more. But a lot of those guys that make these crazy P&Ls, they already have so much bread, and it's way easier. Like there's a massive barrier between people who have a lot of money in this space and people who don't. Flipping a small amount when you come in is very tough, and it's why I advise everyone to use Meteor when you're starting. Maybe it looks a little bit more complicated, but you're going to be able to grow your account more consistently and not have to deal with so many absolute like it's so easy to delete money when you're trading on Axiom or anywhere else, like traditional trading spot. Um, and when you have money, like let's say you hit one crazy trade, your wallet or whatever is worth 300k. You can just dartboard new tokens, and also if you have money, you can actually support tokens. So, like, let's say there's a narrative that you really like, and if you, let's say you're deving it with $50, it might not even get on anyone's radar. If you have money and you don't want to let something die, you can kind of sheer will buy the floor and keep it alive. Is what I'm saying. So, it's a huge luxury to have size. Obviously, when you're LPing, huge luxury to have size, but also when you're trading. So, um, and I think deving tokens is actually like a good way to make it if you have low capital. Um, but yeah, that 30K P&L is not monthly. Probably div. Crime, how's your weekend? Bro, I'm fucking out of commission, Maze. I'm out of fucking commission. Aren't they the same coins on Axiom and that website? How's that website gonna help people trying to flip? I'm not picking up Johnny's call. Wait. There's a lot of combustibles. So yes, G2, they are the same. They are the same tokens, but these platforms do way different things, okay? On Axiom, right? If I bought Bill, fuck, actually this isn't even a good example. We'll use Toad for an example. On Axiom, right? If I clicked buy on Axiom, if I click this buy button right here, I'm in at this price. It's going to move price a little bit up, and we're going to be in. Now, if it goes down, I lose money. If it goes up, I make money. On Meteora, instead what we're doing is instead of buying all of our all out, and instead of converting our whole buy order at the current price, we actually set up a range and have a bunch of different buy orders set up down here. Okay, so it's splitting our money up between current price and a price level below that we determine. So our goal is obviously to make the range wide enough that price does not come down. Okay, meme coins are typically going to go down at some point before going up. Okay, so this is why we are able to limit so much risk. And on Meteora, we are able to earn fees in the token and in Solana when it's in range. So if price comes down, we start getting fees in the token. Starts converting our Solana to the token. We get fees in the token. When it goes up in our range, we sell back out of our token back into Solana. We get fees in Solana. So it goes down our range, fees in the token. Up in our range, fees in Solana. Down in our range, fees in the token. Up in our range, fees in Solana. So you can see how sideways movement within our range is going to be very beneficial when we're using this platform and making these pools. When you are using Axiom, there is no way. The functionality on it doesn't exist. You can't create liquidity pools on Axiom and trade them like this. So that is why we use this platform. Div, it was up a lot. I low-key, with the Doge bag and everything, with the OG Doge bag, it was low-key at like 350. And then I think we're probably like, with the Doge bag, it's probably like 300 right now. I run-tripped a lot on Fraudgy. I run-tripped like 4K. Oh fuck, Gunna literally just asked. It's still coming. Any update on Buddy, Gunna? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was watching over the weekend and I saw it drop down to like fucking I don't even know, like 15K. If people are still buying it, honestly, bro, I'm about to just buy more of it on a fucking different wallet or something. Like, this shit's gonna run. Like, as soon, bro, I just know. I was thinking about it in the car today. I was like, it's gonna get said. There's gonna be something that mentions his name. I guess counting on Trump to say it isn't the best strategy, but I just know this case is far from over. So I'm chilling. No, I'm not. Secret. How do you know about the Bali thing? Secret. What the heck? Div. Without the OG Doge bag, it's like at 220 again. I was wondering who was still in the pool, Gunna. You're still in the pool? Can you give a beginner an advice who wants to start with 300? I thought I just kind of did. If you want to start meme coins, I'm going to create a really comprehensive guide very, very shortly. Div is probably like, this motherfucker has been saying this for so long. But I really want to make it like, I don't want to... I think I'm leaning more towards using like a good setup, making it like a high quality as opposed to me just on my computer with this small little camera because I have so much educational content for anyone watching. If you just scroll my TikTok and my YouTube, I have so much educational content. I don't really clickbait anything. I just actually give out um, decent information. So if you're really, really, really new, I always tell people to scroll to the bottom of my TikTok page because that's before I got into like focusing really on Meteor a lot. Yeah, if you want like really, really basic beginner info, obviously stay tuned. Just drop a follow so you can be in the loop. But if you scroll down and uh, and look at my older videos, you'll find a lot. Div, I got basically break even on Kate from revenge pulling it, and then I was up a lot on fucking what's it called, three place. I'm still bullish three place to be honest. Um, I'm still bullish three place, but I was up. I screenshotted it. You know, it's actually crazy. When I was at the lake this weekend, I saw this when it was like up here, and I screenshot the P&L being up 1.2k or something, and I was like, I just screenshotted. I actually put it in the top, and I actually did. But I actually like the tech here. Like I know it's like stupid, but I don't. I think I might honestly bid this with more because this pool has just been doing like really really well, and the tech is not bad. I know it's been done before, but the way they executed it, they have real people building on it. Like I'll take my chances here. Bro, I was gonna send it to the group, Gunna. Literally div, literally div. Hey, at least I was selling clips at 16 mil. At one point, I was getting like one soul every hour when it was up there, or maybe not that much, but it was really really crazy. When it was pumping like that, I was literally just claiming and selling, claiming and selling. I couldn't sell enough clearly. I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna head off in a second. Yeah, I'm really 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 hungry. Dang, right when I'm about to get off, we start peaking on viewership on TikTok, huh? Unbelievable. I can't believe you guys. That means that everyone that's here has to drop a follow and watch at least one reel that I have posted. If 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 you go and scroll my videos and it's not worth your time, I will give you your time back. Getting back on late, possibly. Uh, maybe. It depends what happens. Actually, probably not, Div. I'm fucking tired. I'm going to bed actually early tonight. Don't worry about it, Gunna. Don't worry about it. It sounds good. Dude, I'm fucking brain dead. I'm actually so brain dead. I need to go. I need to go. Did our stream get any motion on X? Dinero Dom. Thank you, Dinero Dom, for liking my post. That's not bad. 220 views and at 812. Got a slight glow going on from the sun. Not bad. All right, I'm actually heading off. Guys, drop a follow on TikTok. Lock in. Join the Telegram here. I'll show the Telegram while before we leave. Oh, we just hit 1,000 members. Fucking cursed ass AI picture Will is fucking posting. Um, I don't know where those came from. We just reached 1,000 members. Woo! 1,000 members. You can go ahead and screenshot that QR code if you want to join the Telegram. All free. Feel free to pay attention to the discourse and the discussions that go on in here. I think you'll learn a lot. You get to see how veterans trade and what they're looking at, and there's just a lot of smart people in here. So anyone that's an admin, you can usually trust whatever. Like just because an admin sends a ticker, obviously don't ape the ticker, but in terms of seeing how their thought process works, they're usually pretty trusted. So I'll leave you guys with that. Again, here's the QR code if you want to screenshot real quick. And yeah, I will see you guys probably not tonight, but I'll be on tomorrow. We'll be locked in this week, and I'll be here if you guys need me. All right. I'm heading out. Peace, guys. Peace. Bye, Div. Love you. Bye, Gunna. I'll see you guys later. Bye, Berlin. I see you're still in here. Vojo. See you guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Again, drop a follow. Look at the content I have if you are curious about how we do this, and I will see you